Hey everyone, Richard Robbins here. Well, the numbers are in for the Toronto Real Estate Board and nothing but good news for the month of July and the first 7 months of the year. Let's have a look. You can see sales here. We started in January at 4,000, and then as every spring, in most cases, it went up 5,000. You can see it kept going up. March, April was up. May, we were almost 10,000 sales, which was, by the way, the busiest month of the year, which is very normal. And then it drops down a little bit here in June, which is again normal, to 8860, and then down slightly in July, again because of the summer, not uncommon. So our sales were down 3% over June, but I'm going to show you in a minute, they're up substantially over the same period last year. Listings, around 12,000, then they creep up as they do in the spring. We get up here, the highest point was May. So the most amount of sales were in May, most amount of listings in May. And then they go down a little bit to 19,600, down to about 18,000. Now again, if we take the active listings and divide the sales into the active listings, that gives us our months of inventory, which determines the strength or weakness of a market, supply and demand. Above 4 months buyer's market, I should say above 6 months buyer's market, 4 to 6 balanced market, below 4 is going to be a seller's market. So all year long, where has the Toronto market been sitting? In a seller's market, very strong. 3 months, 2.6, 2.2. We just keep getting stronger, 2, 2, 2.2, and 2.1. So really, since March, it's hovered right around 2 to 2.2. Very strong market. Look at prices started this year at 748. Where are they right now? 807. Okay, cool numbers. Average time in the market right now is 19, 21, 23 days. But look at this. If we compare the numbers to July of 2018, July of 2019, we got some cool stuff here. 18, July, 6,916 sales, 8,595 this July, up 24.3%. Look at this. 2018, our prices were 782. They're now at 807. So year over year, our prices are up 3.2%. I think this is going to get much stronger as we move into the fall. This is sort of cool here. I've shown you this before. This is your months of inventory for 2017, 18, and 19. So anyway, this here you can see was 2017. What happened in April? Foreign buyer tax went in. All of a sudden, we go way up. We get into, higher months of inventory. And then, of course, we start 2018, exactly the same place. The white is 2019. This is 2018. We started at 3 months of inventory. We came down. Both years were exactly the same, but keep watching this, everybody. Then we came down in March again. Now look what happens. It starts to separate. 2018, months of inventory is higher. 2019, it starts to drop below. The gap in here starts to widen, which means the market starts to strengthen. Prices are going to be going up maybe a little bit faster. Houses are going to be selling. You're going to have more multiple offers, probably on the more inexpensive properties. Look at, we ended with 2.1 months of inventory. Last year, we had 2.9. Year before, we had 3.2. We're just sitting right now in a very strong market. And I would suspect once we get through August, I think you're going to see this drop off a little more and the market even gets stronger. But have a look at this. Everybody goes, well, I don't know about prices. Should I be buying, real estate in Toronto? Should I be renting? Man, if you can buy, you should be buying. Let me show you why. 1998, we had 5,026 sales. Now, that was 21 years ago, a long time ago, okay? Then we had 20,000 listings, 4.1 months of inventory. Look at 2008. And this was, tougher market right here. These two markets weren't so good. We had 7,800 sales, and they went to 8,600 almost this year. Look at inventory was over 20,000. Over 25,000. We're now only at 18,000. Market's very good. Months of inventory, 4.1. Balanced market, 3.4. Weak. Seller's market, 2.1. Strong seller's market. But look at prices. $210,000 you would have paid for a house in 1998, 21 years ago. $807,000. That's a 400% increase in real estate values over a 21-year period. Pretty crazy. And right now, we're back into more of a seller's market. Condos doing unbelievably well. Semi-detached doing well. Townhouses doing well. medium price detached doing well, and now all of a sudden your higher detached market is starting to pick up speed as well, and those prices are starting to balance and maybe even strengthen a little bit. So I look at it this way, I say you got a very exciting fall ahead of you. So hope you've had a great summer, hope this was helpful, and remember everybody, it's a beautiful life. Make it count.